Ice castle where neighbors lie. Shuddering terror. Gain one protection for every ally that died this wave. Vote are weak to smash. This one's we're known to be weak to yellow. This is known to be weak to red.
네네, 작전 지역으로 이동 중. 교신 끝.
Before stood a monumental castle of ice, and frozen pillars that seemed unbreakable. And there stood a person. A man with hyaline hair, clear of his eyes, waiting for us. It's a poetic term for the sea or the atmosphere. But there's a biological meaning and a chemistry reason. A chemistry meaning. Substance was one with a glassy appearance.
나는 가끔 머릿속이 복잡해질 때마다 이곳으로 오곤 했어. 비록 네가 좋아하는 안락 의자나 위스키는 없지만.
I came here often whenever I felt the need to clear my thoughts, even though there's no rocking chairs or whiskey you like.
여기는 외투를 아무리 단단히 여며봐도 추위가 뚫고 들어와. 그래서 생각이 더 명료해져.
The chill dominating this place pierces even the thickest coat, helps me restore a lucid mind. While the rest of us were frozen stiff, stuck watching, Roger made a slow step forward to him.
먼저 와 있을 줄은 몰랐는데 말이야.
Didn't expect you to be here first.
나와 대원들은 일찌감치 이곳으로 통하는 지름길을 알고 있었어.
My men and I knew of a shortcut leading here.
이 지역의 부정한 것들을 통해서 얻어낸 자료였지. 대의를 위한 큰 힘이 묻힌 공간에 대한 자료 말이야.
It was something we learned through the local ruffians, all in search of the whereabouts of a buried great power, waiting to be used for the greater good.
하지만 이 황금 가지가 묻혀 있는 공간에만 근접하게 도달했을 뿐 어찌할 방도가 보이지 않았지.
Oh, remember him? The Eurodivi were apparently harassing the local merchants. It ties into the side point I made to the last set, or earlier in this set, about hearing proto-Arius reminded me of that guy gloating about the mom and pop store being hit. Petite bourgeoisie. That's why they're hitting the bomb, like they're hitting the merchants. They see them, you know. This guy feels the same way about, mom and pop stores. So that was I just made the connection there mentally. It's just like, oh shit, this guy's just like that prick. can kind of make out a bit of the writing on this. Raja is the only thing that's clear. I was realizing how damn close their names are. Sonya, Raja. Wonder if that point was clear enough. Basically, this guy's a communist. The Eurodevis are communists. And apparently they've been harassing merchants. Not just, fat cats, they're harassing random merchants. Sending goons in to shake them down. This is because they see them as petite bourgeoisie. Like mini fat cats. So valid targets as well. So, while that had been a little tangent I had made first time round, I'm just realizing, oh shit, this guy has the exact same philosophical stance. There is no coincidence. Alas, this area surrounding Golden Bough was as far as we could go. We didn't see any way to get closer.
25구에 박혀 있을 줄만 알았는데 그따위 조직 범죄단 같은 수법이나 쓸 거면 계속 박혀 있는 게 좋았을 것 같네.
Never thought you'd leave District 25, but seeing you now resorting to the tactics gangsters would use, maybe you should have stayed a country boy.
소냐, 네 덕에 죄 없는 상인들도 전부 돈을 빼앗기고 있었어.
Ah, we're commenting on it. Sonya, your lackeys have been taking from shopkeepers who aren't even rich to begin with.
그거 알아, 로자? 이곳은 원래 성애가 가득 끼어 있을 뿐인 조금 기묘한 장소에 불과했어.
Did you know, Raja, this was little more than a somewhat eccentric hollow with frosty walls?
하지만 이것 봐. 지금은 거대한 성과 단단한 얼음들로만 뒤덮인 곳이 되었네.
Yeah, look at this. Now there's a giant castle with thick columns of ice.
네가 막 이곳으로 발걸음을 한 순간부터
This change happened the instant you walked in.
마치 내가 오면 변할 걸 알고 있었다는 듯한 말투네. 어떻게 알았지?
And he never responded to shopkeep remark. Seems like he knew or just doesn't care. You sound like you figured this would happen on my arrival. How did you know?
정보의 출처는 여러 가지가 있지만 네가 알 필요는 없어, 로자.
I have many sources, but that's none of your business, Roja.
애초에 나 때문이라고 어떻게 단언하지? 난 뒷골목을 쏘다니는 마술사가 아니란 말이야.
What makes you so sure that I made this happen in the first place? I'm not kind of backstreet witch or anything.
어려울 것 없어. 그저 얼음 속 잠든 이들의 얼굴만 봐도 알 수 있지.
It's not hard at all to figure out. Observing those faces encased in ice says enough.
이것 봐. 네가 사랑했던 하지만 동시에
Take a peek.
속으로 내려보던 얼굴들이잖아.
Take a peek. They're the ones you loved yet looked down on, are they not?
25만 원.
250,000 on.
이게 고작 그 정도 값이라고요? 말도 안 돼요.
Oh, she's wearing the same uniform. She was part of the organization. That's all it's worth? It's not possible.
그러니까 말이 되지 않나? 오래된 만큼 흠집도 작고 윤기도 나지 않아.
You said precisely why, though. Its age is showing in all its scratches and lack of polish.
사실 다른 곳에선 20만 원도 아까운 수준이야.
To be frank, others wouldn't pay more than 200,000 for this.
나머지는 모두 쓸모도 없는 쓰레기뿐이군.
And the rest, all worthless garbage.
이로써 뱉어야 할 세금은 모두 40만 원이네.
That makes taxes you owe 400,000 on in total.
왜 가난한 자들은 일할수록 더 가난해지기만 할까?
Why did the poor only grow poorer the harder they work?
진짜 어이없지. 전당포 주인의 금고에 돈이 쌓여갈수록
It's ridiculous, isn't it? While stacks of cash piled up in the pawnbroker's vault.
우리 이웃들은 추억마저 저울질 당하며 푼돈 취급을 받고 있었어.
Our neighborhood was being wrung dry, heirlooms weighed for what little monetary value they had.
소냐는 항상 어려운 말을 섞어 쓰면서 사람들을 끌어모았고
Sonia rallied the people, delivering speeches using big words.
그들의 아래에 유로집이라는 이름의 조직이 세워졌지.
They organized the group on the name of the J-03.
처음엔 괜찮았어. 머리가 텅텅 빈 놈들도 소냐의 말에 껌뻑 죽어서 뒷골목의 어려운 자들을 돕곤 했으니까.
Went okay at first. The thickest folks were inspired by Sonia's words to help the impoverished in the back streets.
하지만 소냐는 뭔가가 부족하다는 표정일 뿐이었지.
But Sonia still had a dissatisfied expression.
결국 유로집이는 밖에서 사람을 돕는 것보다는 탁자에서 어떻게 골목을 둥지를 바꿀까 고민하는 데에만 열중인 집단이 되어버렸어.
Ultimately, the J-03 warped into an organization that cared more for debating about how to best change the streets and the nest rather than going out to help those in need.
그래서 나는 그들을 떠났던 거야.
That's why I left them.
탁상 공론 가지고는 배고른 이웃을 먹여 살릴 순 없으니까.
Being an armchair revolutionary wasn't going to feed our starving neighbors.
하지만 내가 누누이 말했잖아, 로자. 우리는 때를 기다려야 한다고.
But I told you time and time again, Roja, that we must wait for the right moment.
소냐, 미안한데 그때라는 건
Sonia, I'm sorry, but that moment you kept talking about.
유로집이의 막내 꼬마 이반이 음식물 쓰레기를 주워 먹었을 때도
It didn't come when the J-03's youngest, when little Ivan had to sate his hunger with food from the garbage.
기도가 막혀서 죽은 다음에도 찾아오지 않았어.
Nor did it arrive after he suffocated to death.
큰 일을 위해선 더 큰 힘과 더 자세한 정책이 필요해. 부의 재분배를 위해서 말이야.
To achieve a monumental task, well-thought policies and a great power to carry them are required, all to make the redistribution of wealth happen.
그리고 그런 방향으로 나아가기 위해서는 사사로운 잡음은 생기기 마련이지.
And in the process of moving towards progress, such minor troubles on a personal level are inevitable.
사사로워? 우리는 원래 사사로운 자들을 돕기 위해서 시작했어.
That's minor to you? The whole thing was personal. We started this to help others.
네가 하고 있던 일들은 유로집이가 하고 있던 일들은 내가 바랬던 방향과는 맞지 않았다고.
What you and the J-03 were doing wasn't what I had hoped for.
그래서 직접 나서기로 결심한 거야?
Is that why you decided to take matters into your own hands?
당연하지. 우리 마을에 필요했던 건
Absolutely. What our town needed.
언제 올지 모르는 그때만 손 놓고 기다리는 게 아니라
Was an empty promise telling people to sit on their hands for who knows when.
눈앞에 놓인 도끼를 망설임 없이 집어들 수 있는 사람이니까.
But for someone who wouldn't hesitate to pick up the axe.
그날도 이웃들 중 대부분이 4일 이상은 배를 곪고 있었을 거야.
I bet most of my neighbors have been starving for 4 nights straight that day.
그런데도 바람은 봐주는 일 없이 날카로웠고 굶주린 자의 갈라진 피부를 사정없이 핥혀댔어.
Yet the biting wind kept hounding without mercy, clawing at the chapped skin of the famished peasants.
나는 우리 이웃들이 사흘 밤낮을 토할 듯이 먹어대도 티도 안 날 만큼의 많은 돈이 있는 금고를 알고 있었고 말이야.
And I happen to know whose safe kept more than enough money to treat my neighbors to a feast for days and still be just as full.
그래서 어떻게 했어?
So, what did you do?
잠깐만, 나 이거 그만하면 안 돼?
Give me a sec. Can't I pull out of this now?
이곳은 황금가지가 공명하면서 너를 위해 생겨난 일종의 고해실이야.
This is a confessional created for you as a result of the golden bough resonating with your psyche.
그리고 고해실은 주로 죄인의 참회를 위해 생기는 곳이지.
Moreover, a confessional's purpose is to lead a sinner to the path of penance. It's a little rich, given that he does this on a grand scale. She hit up one merchant. He's hit up more. He's harassed entire other districts of merchants. Entire, like, he comes from District 25. She hit up District 25 merchant. He's jumped over District 4 and started beating up their merchants.
불쌍한 로지온 녀석. 네가 대단한 구원자라도 되는 줄 착각하나 본데.
It's just here's dot dot dot, but you can actually hear words there. She's saying something. What? Who knows? The translators just decided to put in ellipses instead. Like, it's staticked out a bit, but I think if you could speak the language, you would actually be able to make it out. So, yeah.
그 노파가 마지막에 마음을 고쳐먹기라도 했더라면.
If only that old woman had changed her mind before it came to an end.
하지만 로자,
But Roja,
평생을 이웃에게 수탈만 일삼을 줄 알았던 노파가
you must have known that a terminal leech upon her neighbors would never turn over a new leaf.
갑자기 모든 걸 포용하며 자신의 돈을 내놓을 사람이 아니라는 것쯤은 알고 있었잖니.
You know she wasn't the type of, you know she wasn't the kind of person who'd give up that life, turn into a generous philanthropist.
알았더라면 너도 처음부터 도끼 따위는 들고 가지 않았겠지.
You wouldn't have knocked on her door with an axe in hand otherwise.
불쌍한 로지온 녀석. 네가 대단한 구원자라도 되는 줄 착각하나 본데.
Poor Rodine, dear. You seem to be under the delusion that you're some sort of savior.
그렇게 당당하게 내 돈을 요구해도 달라지는 건 없네.
Demanding my money so brazenly to my face won't change anything.
너희도 저 뒷골목 비렁뱅이와 다를 바 없는 버러지들일 뿐이지.
You vermin are no different from the paupers in the back streets.
그래,
That's right.
그녀의 머리를 가른 건 나야.
I'm the one who put an axe through her head.
황금 거위의 배를 가르듯 노파의 두개골을 깨끗하게 갈라내었지.
By cutting open the belly of the goose that laid golden eggs, I chopped that hag's skull.
결국 누군가는 했어야 할 일이었잖아.
I mean,
안 그래?
someone had to do it. Am I wrong?
황금 거위는 스스로의 욕심에 의해 기회의 끈을 자른 얼간이의 일화지만
Unlike the foolish cottager in the fable who gave in to greed and lost out on becoming richer.
우리는 그녀의 뇌를 파먹어도 시원치 않을 정도로 굶주린 불우한 자들이었으니까.
We were overcome with hunger and misery, and could have gladly eaten out her brains.
그리고 그 배에는 확실하게 황금알이 가득 배어 있었으니까.
And her belly was full of golden eggs, unlike that of the goose.
그래, 그 노파는 25구의 막강한 권력을 가진 세금 수탈자였지.
Yes, though the lady you killed was a tax collector wielding considerable authority in District 25.
하지만 그녀가 그렇게 활개를 치고 다닐 수 있었던 건 그녀의 동생이 중지의 조직원이기에 가능했던 일이었어.
But what gave her so much power was her sibling status as a member of the middle.
나는 굶어 죽어가는 이웃들을 위해 도끼를 휘둘렀어. 잘못됐어?
I struck her down to save my dying neighbors. Is that so wrong? I wonder if the music gets lower when they talk.
아니, 너는 스스로를 위해 휘두른 거야.
No, you held that axe for your own good.
네가 그저 평범한 사람에 불과하지 않다는 사실을 견딜 수가 없었던 거지.
You couldn't stand the fact that you weren't anyone special.
알고 있어? 중지는 자신의 식구를 건든 자들을 절대 잊지 않아.
Did you know? The middle never lets anyone who touches their family go unpunished.
그들은 누가 했느냐가 중요한 게 아니라 자신들을 건들면 어떻게 되는지가 더 중요한 자들이야.
They aren't too interested in finding who exactly did it, rather they like to demonstrate clearly what happens to the poor fools that they're disturbed.
처음으로 질 좋은 부위에 고기를 씹고 있던 뒷골목 주민들의 기쁨은 그대로 시체가 되어 탑처럼 쌓였지.
The backstreets residents who tasted the joy of quality meat for the first time in their lives soon made towering cadaverous pillars out of the roads.
카지노 밖에 쌓여있던 그 차들의 탑처럼 말이야.
Not much different from the car pagodas outside the casino.
네가 그날 이후로 얼마나 고통스럽고 죄악감으로 뒤덮인 나날을 보냈는지 알고 있어.
I'm well aware of how much pain and guilt you've been burdened with ever since then.
스스로가 황금 거위를 가른 얼간이와 다를 바가 없었음을 깨달은 네가 말이야.
Sounds like he said Maria at the end. Living with the realization that you really weren't so different from the foolish cottager after all.
그날 이후로 그 어떤 것도 더 이상 온전한 내 것으로 느껴지지 않았어.
Since that day, nothing I held truly felt like it was mine.
모두 나 때문에.
All because of me.
다 괜찮아, 로자.
It's all fine, Roja.
난 말이야, 로자.
What do you see, Roja?
세상을 바꾸기 위해 수천 권의 책을, 수만 장의 문서를 찾았고
Change the world, I perused hundreds of books and thousands of documents.
도시 곳곳에서 사람들도 만나왔어.
And I met various people all around the city.
지배 계급의 착취로부터 벗어나 마침내 피역업자들의 진정한 해방을 손에 넣을 수 있는 세상.
Picturing a world where the oppressed can escape the exploitative dominion of the ruling class and find liberation in true sense.
그 세상을 만들기 위해서 말이야.
To make that world a reality.
하지만 정답은 바꾸는 것에 있지 않았어. 이미 잘못 써내려간 페이지는 영영 되돌릴 수 없지.
However, the answer didn't lie in changing what was already there. Once a page of history is written, there's no way to go back and revise it.
잘 봐. 이게 너와 내가 도달할 수 있는 세상이야.
Look, this is the world we can reach.
네가 공명한 황금가지를 통해 만들어갈 수 있는 그런 세상.
A world that can be created using the golden bow with which you resonated.
지상에서는 백올른이 하나 없기를.
May there be no one upon this earth suffering from starvation.
정신적이며 지적인 쾌락을 추구할 수 있는 권리가 누구에게나 있기를.
May every individual enjoy the right to pursue psychological and intellectual delights. Hey folks, I've been gone for longer than intended. It's now 1:45. It's been like 12 hours since I started this. Over 12 hours since we started this session. I've had breakfast now, so let's continue.
나와 함께한다면 그 세상을 너에게 선물로 줄게.
Join hands with me, and I'll give you that world as a gift.
마치 처음부터 아무 일도 일어나지 않았던 것처럼.
As if nothing up to this point had ever happened at all.
누가 이해할 수 있을까?
A feeling nobody else would understand.
잠깐뿐이었지만 맛보았던 그 세계는 너무나 꿈 같아서
Even a glimpse of that world felt so dreamlike.
잠시 눈에 담았을 뿐이었지만 잠시도 그 순간을 잊고 싶지 않아서
Wanted to etch that mesmerizing instant into my memory.
꿈이라면 다시는 깨어나지 않기를. 차라리 내가 꿈 세계의 주민이기를 바라고 싶을 정도였다.
If this was a dream, I would even wish I was part of it, so I'd never have to leave it.
그럼에도
And yet,
미안. 그래도 난 거절할래.
sorry, I'm still turning down your offer.
왜일까?
How to put it?
아직 나는 따뜻해지고 싶지가 않아. 조금 더 이 추위에서 떨어야겠어.
I don't want to bathe in warmth just yet. Feel I ought to be in this cold a bit longer.
언제쯤 따뜻해져도 될지 그 대답을 찾을 때까지는 아직
핑크.
여기에 있으려고.
They aren't just reading lines like brr, 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 like I am. They're actually emoting, and there's a little hesitation to it. So I keep thinking, oh, they're done. Let's start, because I want to I've already read the line a few times personally, so it's just like let's get on to the next one. And I'm getting overeager. Apologies. I think I'll stay this way until I find my answer to the question when it'll be okay to warm myself.
그리고 수냐,
And also, Sonia.
너 내가 성질 못 이기고 앞장서서 처리하러 갈 거라는 걸 미리 알고 있었지?
You knew my temper would get the best of me and get me to kill her, didn't you?
로자, 넌 이해하기 어렵겠지만 내겐 표시가 없어.
Roger, this will probably elude you, but you don't have the mark.
너가 가지고 있을 거라고 기대를 하고 왔지만 오히려 다른 친구들에게서 보이는.
I came here hoping to see you possess it, but I'm seeing it on a few of your friends instead.
표지? 그게 무슨...
The mark? What do you...
더군다나 넌 표지를 볼 수 있지도 않지. 그 말인즉슨 내겐 누군가를 이끌 힘은 없다는 뜻이야.
Besides, you can't see the mark either. In other words, you don't have what it takes to be a leader.
하지만 나는 달라. 그러니까 더 나은 세상을 위해선
But I'm different. So to make a better world,
그래. 넌 책이 잔뜩 쌓여있던 탁자 위에서도 비슷한 말을 했던 것 같아.
yeah, but I think I remember hearing you say something like that while sat at a desk buried in books.
그래서 나는 너와 함께할 수 없어.
That's why I can't join you.
탁자 위에서나 오가는 말로는 역시 이웃들을 배부르게 할 수 없으니까.
I still believe it's not big words behind closed doors to feed your neighbors.
너도 알겠지만
And as I'm sure you've learned by now,
망나니 새끼가 어떻게 샌님 밑으로 들어가겠냐?
there's no way a rowdy rascal like me would fit under some dweeb's leadership, right?
황금가지는 저 성 안에 있어, 로자.
The gun barrel waits inside the castle, Roger.
무사히 네가 원하는 걸 찾을 수 있기를.
I hope you'll be able to find what you seek. We walked past Sonia, and they made her way into the icy castle he indicated. Kind of expected to fight him, honestly. What was that? Adjusting my... I'm kind of propped up on my elbow, so moving hurt. Alright. I stopped the record. Let's mark this as fine. And then some gibberish letters, because I think there's a few other fine vids floating around. Prolium Vital. Prolium Fatale. And then there's, I guess, Latin underneath? I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. Girl, Elium Fatale. Apparently the warning is used sparingly, only in situations where the death of the whole party is something to expect. Jeez. Apparently it's Latin, not Spanish, but... No, I said Italian, didn't I? Well, close enough. Apparently it translates as disastrous fight and abandon hope all ye who enter. According to according to a Reddit post. Cool. 4 waves. Yeah, I can see why. Well, let's hope I did this right. One attack is going to get through, so best I can hope for is to minimize harm. This attack is getting through, and it not only does have a bonus. If I did this, might help. on the coin flip it loses 9? What? Weird.
저 간다.
Damn it, Roger.
쉽네.
That didn't quite work. Regardless, we've got it even now.
최선을 다해 지켜보이겠습니다.
You got good health. Do it.
로자, 교전 시작.
Going from how I'm thinking I heard her just say her name there. Is it like Rodia? R-O-A-D-Y-A? Rodia? Or R-O-D-E-Y-A?
지켜냈어.
Not sure on... I'm just paranoid on pronunciation of, like, how do you say her name? Within the ice castle. Boom! Ooh, corpses floating under the ice. What the... The castle trembles intensely as frosty rubble falls around us from above. Wait, if this keeps up... 1, 2... A foreboding idea flashes in my head. The ticking of my clock was like a reminder of how much time we had left. Outside now! We evacuated from it in a hurry.
지금 제가 잘못 보고 있는 건 아니죠?
Am I seeing this right?
성이 무너지는 것이 아니라 마치
Castle's falling apart, it's like...
네, 확실히 일어서고 있네요.
Indeed, it's most certainly rising to its feet.
뒤돌아보지 마. 그냥 달리라고.
Don't look back, just run! We ran quite a bit. But what now?
발소리. 사람의 것은 아니다. 제법 둔중하고 무거워.
Footfalls, not of a human, rather slow and heavy.
그냥 엄청 큰 게 쫓아온다고 말하면 되는 거잖아요.
Could you say that something mammoth is after us?
그런 편이 나았을지도 모르지.
That may have served better.
단테, 일단 어떻게 끝냈으니까 빨리 여길 나가자. 어?
Dante, our job here is done, so we can just book it, cool? Give me a second. Never considered what to do after getting down here.
아, 진짜 지금 그딴 게 문제야?
Oh, really? This does look like a time for dopey plans.
버스는 어디지?
The boss. Where's the boss?
도움도 안 되는 소리 그만 짓거려. 일단 반대로 뛰어.
Stop yapping useless rubbish. We're running the hell away.
처음으로 논리적인 말을 들은 것 같네요. 히스클리프.
That might be the first logical statement I've heard leave your mouth, Heathcliff.
너는 이따가 대갈통을 부숴주마.
Smashing your skull to pieces later. More chicken feed. Fucking Baba Yaga. Not sure what to make of the chicken legs on these guys. Too many abilities. What is cast? Do it. Damn, nearly outright staggered that guy. Outright killed him. Way to go, Heathcliff. You're serving mechanical. Okay, let's see. Dominating. My anxiety's up today, so I'm stopping and starting all the more, and it's so fucking annoying. Let's see. Goddamn, it's 7. One attack's getting through, but it's fine. Done.
간다.
Hell yeah. This is rough. I think using these will actually be a negative. See? That's raising their weakness to it. But then again, these will do heavy damage. Okay, it's fine. Do it.
먼저 간다.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면
이 안에 담아주지.
Hell yeah. She's not doing well. Best I can do.
먼저 간다.
이제
어떠냐? 먼저 간다.
Finish it.
쉬시게.
2, 3, 4.
따라와 주세요.
쉽네.
Awesome. Could pop their limits again. Do it. Do it. Excuse me. It's the best I can do.
후드려 패주지. 수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
이 안에 담아주지.
Nice.
목표 일시 무력화.
Ugh, she's getting low.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면
Oh yeah. Need to protect her or she will die. There, that should finish them off.
후드려 패주지.
쉽네.
Hell yeah.
지켜냈어.
필요 없는 시간을 가져가지.
Victory.
저기 입구가 보여요.
I see the exit over there.
끈질기구만.
Ugh, persistent rotters. We'll have to distract them somehow before we can get away.
한 놈 던져주지 그래? 어차피 나중에 되살리면 되는데.
Why didn't you throw one of us at them? You can bring them back later anyway.
저를 왜 쳐다보는 거예요?
Why are you looking at me while you say that? Hold on. Look there.
이곳은 내가 맡을게.
Leave this to me.
소냐? 무슨 꿍꿍이야?
Sonia, what are you playing at? Roger, what's with your attitude? We have to take all the help we can get.
보통 목적 없이 도와주는 놈들 치고 꿍꿍이가 없는 놈들은 못 봤단 말이야.
I've seen people who offer to help without asking for anything. They usually have some ulterior motive.
네가 도끼를 휘두르지 않고서 견딜 수 없는 날이 있었던 것처럼
It's just like how you simply couldn't hold yourself back from using your axe that day.
나한테도 설명하기엔 아득한 우발적인 욕구가 있는 것 같아.
I'm discovering that I might have a similarly inexplicable drive pushing me.
단테, 당신의 조직도 결국은 더 나은 세상을 만들기 위한 곳인 거지?
Dante, I take it your organization is working to make a better world in its own right, yes? Uh-huh. What does a better world entail? For the first time, I was reminded that I never questioned the motivations of Limbus Company. Thankfully, none of my contemplative fudging reached Sonia, so he took my lack of response as a sign of agreement.
침묵은 때론 긍정을 시사하지. 그렇다는 것으로 알고 있겠어.
Silence sometimes speaks volumes. Take that as a positive.
그리고 곧 그 아이가 당신에게도 찾아갈 테니.
And one more thing. The child will soon visit you too. Child? Huh?
죄송해요. 잘못 봤나 봐요. 순간적으로 저분 이마에
Ah, sorry. My eyes must have fooled me. I thought I saw something on his forehead for a second.
그래. 내게도 흔적을 남긴 그 아이 말이야. 그리운 재회겠군.
Indeed. I mean, that boy left quite the impression on you. It'll be a touching reunion, I imagine. Sonia nudges his chin at something behind him. A faint light was shining between the fallen blocks of ice, giving a distinctive glow. Golden bow.
하지만 다음에 만날 때에도 이런 호의적인 충동을 일으킬 거란 기대는 마.
Don't expect me to act on the same impulse of kindness next we meet, though.
다수의 풍요를 위한 명확한 길이 보인다면 난 주저없이 다른 쪽을 선택할 거야.
If the clear path towards prosperity of the many shows itself before my eyes, I'll take it without hesitation. After Sonia left us with a mysterious message, your divvy began to show up one after the other. Well, this may have been as good a time as any for touching farewells like I won't forget you. One, two, three. Then I saw that Roger was the first to spring for the exit.
류지원, 걱정되지는 않소.
Rodion, are you not concerned?
뭐가?
What's up?
결과 여하가 어떠하였든 저자는 그대의 벗이지 않았소.
Irrespective of consequential differences, he was nevertheless a friend of yours.
아, 걘 워낙 머리를 잘 굴릴 줄 아는 애라 알아서 살 방법을 찾고도 남아.
Ah, damn it. He's a clever sort, so I'm sure he'll figure out a way to live and all that jazz.
신라 이상적인 벗이구려.
Truly, an ideal form of friendship. Sometime later. Though I was dead tired, Vergilius wouldn't spare me from his fierce gaze to give him a brief verbal report of what we went through today.
잘 들었다. 하지만 마음에 걸리는 것이 남아 있군.
I see, so that's your story. There's one thing that bothers me though.
소냐라는 자 말인데 그자가 추구했던 사상과 마지막에 보여준 행동은 서로 상충이 돼.
This man, Sonya, was it? His actions during those final moments don't quite seem to match the beliefs he told you.
그러니 그자의 의도에 대해 명확히 짚고 넘어갈 필요가.
Which is why we should scrutinize his true intentions.
아, 잠깐.
Hey, time out.
이상도 그러더니 왜 다들 나보다 소냐한테 관심을 가지는 거야? 어쨌든 황금 가지를 가져오는 거엔 성공했잖아.
First Yisang, and now you too. Why does everyone care more about Sonya than me? The bottom line is we got the golden bow.
그리고 모두 이것 좀 봐.
Plus, as a plus, check this out, everyone. I just believe that's an accurate sound effect, like she just has that much in her pockets. From her pockets, Roger pulled out a colorful bunch of gaming chips in her hands.
이거 근처 카지노 아무데나 들린 다음에 교환하면 바로 현금으로 돌려받을 수 있어.
We can exchange these cuties for cash at any casino, so we should drop by one.
우리 관리자님이 크게 한탕하셨을 때 날쌔게 챙겨왔지.
I nabbed them while our manager dazzled the floor with their jackpot. I'm impressed that you thought to snatch that stuff amidst all the chaos.
어때 베르? 임무도 성공했는데 이번에야말로 육즙이 흘러나오는 툭불 등심을 먹어야 하지 않겠어?
Well, Verg, what do you say to a juicy serving of prime sirloin steak to celebrate her abounding success today?
어떻게 생각하지, 카론?
What do you think, Carol?
내 피도 먹고 싶어하는 것 같아. 육즙이 흘러나오는 신선한 고기.
Seems Mephi wants it too. Fresh, succulent, juicy meat.
비울래도 그런?
Yeah, all the things you could mention.
좋아. 19의 골목 식당 추천은 로지온에게 맡기지.
Alright then. I'll leave Rodian to pick a restaurant in District 10 for us.
알았어. 부릉부릉.
Okay, vroom.
이제 좀 말이 통하네 베르.
Now we're talking, Verg.
역시
After all is said and done. Beneath her grin, Roger's eyes were shaking with distress, but she soon covers it up with a guise of triviality, as if nothing ever happened.
나는 좀 쩐다니까.
I'm pretty rad, aren't I? Okay, there's Vergilius, there's Roger, there's...
남은 건 허망한 기억. 불길이 나를 태운 것처럼 내 손엔 잿빛 먼지뿐. 쉼없이 달려왔던 나를 죄어오던 시간들 이조차 그리워질까. 먼 날 언젠가는 돌이켜볼 기억 속에 미소 질 수 있기를.
I couldn't remember her name. All I could think of was Hag.
내게 남은 할 수 없는 시간과 이제는 나가야 할 때 자신을 태워 사라져가는 촛불과 닮아 있구나. 숨고를 새도 없이 떠밀려 던져진 날 속에 내 길을 갈 수 있기를. 너는 날 언젠가는 돌이켜볼 기억 속에 미소 질 수 있도록 멀리 멀리 날아가고 싶어. 밤하늘의 새처럼 별에 닿을 수 있게. 이 밤 또다시 찾아오겠지만 괜찮아. 다 사라지네. 괜찮아.
She's drooling. Her tongue's long out. Steak. And that song by Roger.
대단하네, 유로집이.
Impressive, Eurydice.
그렇게 많은 적을 모조리 쓸어버린 것도 모자라서
Not only did you manage to clear out the legion of foes,
그 많은 돈을 전부 태워버리다니.
you also burned all that cash.
알잖아요, 헤르만. 옛날부터 돈은 제 친구가 아니었다는 걸.
You should know, Herman, that I've never been friends with money.
인정하지. 보통의 몽상가들은 말만 번지르르 하지만 당신은 다르네.
I will admit, you're not like most idealists who are all theory and no action.
황금가지를 잘 가지고 오기만 했어도 칭찬까지 해줬을 테지만 말이야.
You would have earned my praise had you secured the golden bough on top of everything.
로저에게 그 세상을 보여줬어요.
I showed Roger that world.
나를 반하게 만든 이상의 세상 말이죠.
The ideal reality that fascinated me.
하지만
Oh, yes.
넘어오질 않았던 모양이군.
I suppose it didn't win her over.
당신이 말한 방법은 역시 틀렸던 것 같네요, 헤르만.
It seems the method you suggested was wrong after all, Herman.
그런 말 몇 마디로 꼬드겨줄 인물이 아니었어요.
She wasn't the kind of person to let a few words change her mind.
그래서 아쉬움.
So do you find this regrettable?
글쎄요.
Well,
옛날처럼 나를 따라주길 바랬던 것 같기도 한데.
part of me might have wished that you'd followed me like in the past.
아니, 옛날과 변한 게 없어서 차라리 다행인 것 같네요.
But no, I think I'm actually relieved to find that she's the same as before.
로자는 모든 게 이상적이고 완벽한 세상을 바라고 있지 않았어요.
Almost sounded like he called her Rosalind. Roger wasn't wishing for a perfect world with no flaws whatsoever.
오히려 그런 세상은
Rather, she might have felt
자신이 특별하다는 걸 확인받을 수 없으니 지루하다고 생각하지 않을까.
that it would be boring to live in such a world, since there would be no way to affirm that she's special.
그런 생각이 들더군요.
That's the impression I got.
외력에 흔들리지 않는 성인군자인가 싶었는데
I thought her to be a woman of virtue, principles unshakable.
너랑 다를 바 없는 몽상가였네.
But hearing this, she was a dreamer just like you, wasn't she?
아직 그 아이도 가야 할 길은 멀은 거겠죠.
She still has a long way to go, I'm sure.
로자는 인정하고 싶지 않아 하겠지만요.
And I swear I heard it Rosen in there. It's probably something else. Sometimes when I'm hearing Korean, I honestly end up... It sounds like I'm mishearing English words sometimes. Like, remember the KDA, like League of Legends band, song, whatever? They put out there was some song under that naming. Honestly, there's bits where they're singing... Was it all in Korean, or were they doing some of it in Korean? Don't remember. But some of that, whatever was in Korean, some of that I swore it was English that I was just mishearing, like being blurred by accent. It's like you take a picture and add a haze to it. That's what it felt through my ears. She won't want to admit it though.
이야기는 잘 알겠어. 이후의 행동 방향을 결정할 때 참고하도록 할게.
I got your point. I'll keep it in mind for future considerations on her course of action. Honestly, given all the hag posting about Odysseus, I'm surprised she isn't getting any.
책망하지 않는 건가요? 난 당신이 시킨 일을 완수하진 못했잖아요.
You won't scold me for this. I was unable to complete the job you gave me.
나무란다고 해서 가지가 솟아나는 것은 아니잖아.
Reprimands won't make the bow appear at her feet, will they?
괜찮아. 지금 가지들이 어디에 있든
It's fine. Wherever the bows may be right now.
최후의 가지 다발을 손에 쥐는 자가 누구인지
What matters more is who claims the bundle at the end.
더 중요하니까.
Finish your sentences quicker. What matters more is who claims the bundle at the end. So yeah, I'm thinking that the game may be...
아무래도 다른 사우들의 몫까지 해결해버린 모양이구려. 보상은 없는가? 잠시 다른 일을 하는 것이어도 좋으니.
I wish, sorry, his line has been confusing me. Basic identity uptide, so it's on tier 3 now. I'm thinking about it. I think this game can go on for a minimum of 12 chapters, one for each sinner, and then an additional chapter for Dante. There could be an additional chapter also for Virgilius, maybe. But certainly one for Dante. So maybe 13 chapters. Could go for 14, 15. But a minimum of 12, one for each sinner. One for each sinner, and then us say if we strike at the company that took the bows on us trying to get the bows back off them. If multiple factions end up doing so, like say we end up losing bows to multiple different groups, then it could be a chapter apiece. But ideally they would want to keep that small, so it could be a chapter or two and that's it. So I'm just like wondering how long this game's gonna go on for, because it's still an active development kind of thing. Chapter 6 is only recently out, recently enough, so yeah, I'm just kind of curious what's gonna come after it. Sinner Yi Sang, new skill in Jam, new support passive, information neutralization. He also enhanced deflect and end stop stab. Faust has got drilling stab, keen observation, and enhanced downward slash and upward slash. Don Quixote's got for justice, got support, enhanced joust, and galloping tilt. Ryushu has gotten brush stroke, hustle, enhanced paint and splatter. He's gotten death scoops, backup, undo, and nailing fist, whirlwind, frivolous jokes, downward cleave, dual strike, upheaval, spite driven, bat bash, smackdown, shield bash, determined to survive, loggerhead slide, slay, gambler, strike down, axe combo, ravaging cut, grudge, ooh, Sinclair, downward swing, halberd combo. Halberd combo is good. Piercing trust, military mindset, pulled blade. Well, pulled blade was good to begin with. Backslash, chop up, gene code G0. Swipe and jag. Ooh, jag was good and it's been enhanced. basic ego tread sprung. There's a ton of Latin. Because I upgraded representation. Awesome. Awesome. Now we're on to the unconfrontating. The outcast. The unloving. The unconfrontating. Sinclair?